going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Big Stupid Podcast. I'm Kevin.
And I'm John.
And ladies and gentlemen, today we got nothing.
We got nothing today. We were just sitting talking. We're trying to figure out what to do. Kevin presented an idea, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Actually, he presented two ideas today, and one was shot down by your wife, Jen.
My wife, Jen.
And the other one, I shot down. I don't even want to mention any reason why that I shot it down. You know, and it's not good.
I'm sure you could all use your imaginations and figure it out.
It just wasn't happening.
So let's just this is the premise here now. Once again, we are just two guys from Gen X trying to have fun by sharing stories of our own lives, hiding from our wives in our basement. That's it. And so here's the thing. We do very little prep for this show. I don't know if you know that or not. We'll get you a little behind the scenes, a little BTS, if you will, hashtag BTS, of what we do on the show. So what we do is we say, hey, we're going to talk about this. And John goes, okay. And then we talk about it.
But basically, that's exactly how it is. Every once in a while, I come up with an idea, you know, but usually it's just, you're like, all right, we're going to do this. I'm like, all right, you know, because that's a good idea, you know, and it's less time where I have to think. Now, there has been times where I've actually had to like stop and like think of stuff and like prep a little bit where it's like, yes, we're talking. I was like, wait, we're talking about this. And I was like, all right, let me do some reading. So I do a good 5 minutes before the show starts. And then I'm ready to go, you know, totally. Like usually my memory is not that good anymore.
I mean, if we have guests on, we do our research on our guests and we come up with questions that we want to ask. But even then, we come up with a couple of questions and then we just say, and I know you're laughing, John, but yeah, we come up with a certain amount of questions and then we say, fuck it, let's just whatever the conversation comes up, whatever direction the conversation takes, we're just going to follow that and go and do it organically. That, like, this is a conversation here. Like, this isn't robotic fucking, like, churned out the same fucking questions over and over and over again. This is just regular people talking, and if that's what you're looking for, then you found the right fucking show. Because that's all we do,
Yeah, and it's usually, a lot of times when you're interviewing somebody, you, like you said, you get your base questions, but a lot of times the interview turns in a different direction you weren't expecting, where they may say something that may trigger a thought or something, and you go on that instead, and you're like, that's what's working right now. So that's like a really good, so that's but that's what we can handle that. Some people can't handle that. Where some people like do a show or an interview and they're like, all right, well, back to the script. What do you think of this? And what do you think of that? And I hate that. That's the one thing I hate. I would love it if a guest could come on the show and just do our show with us.
Yeah.
Instead of like talking about their stupid movies and shit. No, I'm kidding. But like,
we're never getting another guest.
Shit. No, you know what I'm saying. It's I think it'd be fun for them too. Yeah. Where it's something that, because they've probably done so many interviews and they're like, oh God, here's another bunch of two nutsacks, talk with stupid questions, fucking questions over and over again.
What was your influence on this? Who inspired you to be a comedian?
Oh, my mom and my dad were very supportive of my career. Oh God, it's so annoying. But yeah. Anyway, oh dude, I forgot to tell you this. Remember, let's go back to the candy. Remember we talked about candy?
Shit we used to eat?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't remember. It was like it was shit we used.
I don't remember a separate show for candy.
It was the one with Mrs. It was the one with Mrs.
All right, that's that shit we used to eat.
All right, shit we used to eat. So we did a whole episode on all the things that we used to like have in stores, like
Yes.
the candy on paper and the wax
Yep.
soda bottles and
Yes.
and shit like that. And I brought up something. Remember, I said it was a lucky egg.
Yeah.
All right. And the lucky, and no one knows what the fuck I was talking about. All right. And I said it was like candy, and on the other side of the egg was like a toy. All right. And I'm like, I used to get these.
You're talking about the Kinder eggs.
No, hold on. It's not. So, and I couldn't really describe the candy because it was kind of like a Tic Tac,
Okay.
like the orange Tic Tac flavor. Even though they were different colors, that's kind of what it tasted like. Now, going back a day or 2 days ago, it popped in my head. I go, it's not a lucky egg. It was a lucky top. Okay.
Lucky top.
So I look, Google it right now.
I'm actually about to.
So I finally, there's only like 2 pictures on the internet about it, and it's some guy that has an unopened one from 1984. All right. So it's a lucky top.
I'm looking it up right now.
As soon as I figured it out, I was like, that's what it was. And they used to have like the coolest toys inside. You know, they would have like a robot you snap together or a little race car you snap together. So it was just like such a cool like little thing. And it just popped in my head. I was like, it's a top. And that's what it was. And I know you're looking it up right now. Did it come up yet?
No.
Really?
What did you look up? Lucky Top candy?
Lucky Top candy and toy. Lucky Top candy and toy.
Because I looked up Lucky Top candy and it's not there. It's showing me all this like Chinese candy or something.
No, Lucky Top candy and toy. I'm gonna look it up real quick too. I know this is not great internet or a great show for everybody.
Yeah.
But Jake could cut the dead air out.
Candy.
Lucky. Yeah, sure. Top candy. DY and toy. Go to images. Where the hell did it go?
See?
Oh my god! I wrote Licky.
That's a completely different.
Oh my god! Where did it go? No! I just had it. Oh my god! Oh,
This is a John fever dream.
All right, so like I said, we're going on nothing.
All right, let's forget about that. No more dead air.
Well, this is important to me.
Okay.
There it is. I got it.
Important to John, everybody.
Look, I'm gonna send it over to you.
All right, save it, send it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm sending it right now. I just want, because I've talked about this before, and I just want people to know
prove that you're not crazy,
that I'm not insane. It's right there. I sent it right to you. All right, because this is something that like I used to really, really look forward to getting. When I used to go to that deli around the corner from my house on Prospect Ave. What did you get it?
Did it come in the like a vending machine, like one of those things you put a quarter?
No, it was just one of those things. You walk in the deli, it was sitting on the counter, and you just grab one and you buy it.
I don't ever remember seeing it. Never.
All right, so we're gonna post that and see if anybody remembers that.
All right,
because I'm telling you,
I'll post one of the shit.
It was one of the greatest. But I'm not insane. I just sent it, and our fans will see what I'm talking about.
Do you know what? For years I thought I was crazy.
What?
Was HR Puffin stuff.
Really?
Yeah. I remember watching that, like, actually it was like all like the Sid and Marty Krofft stuff. Like HR Puffin stuff, fucking Sigmund the Sea Monster, like all this stuff. I remember watching, but it was like a fucking acid trip to try and explain it to people. I was like, it was like a big giant puppet, and then there was a kid who had a flute, and they were running away from a witch. but he had honestly, a fucking flute in his pocket, and they were running away from a witch.
I never watched it. Like
Well,
I remember, I know the name of it because we've talked about this before.
uh-huh.
I never watched that one, and what you just described was a straight up acid trip. It's a monster.
Anybody's ever watched that show,
and he's got a flute in his pocket,
and it talks. And the witch's name is Richie Poo.
And you gotta smoke weed to understand the show. If you smoke weed, it slows the show down.
But the thing is that if anybody is sitting at home right now listening to the show and has seen HR Puffin stuff, exactly what I just described, they're gonna go, yeah.
Now, was that a local thing or was that like
no? That was like a thing. First of all, it's like I'm pretty sure it was like British or some shit. I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
But or maybe not. Maybe it was just the lead character in that show. He was British because he played Dodger. He played Dodger in the Oliver Twist movie. But anyway, yeah, for years I thought I was crazy, and like it's hard to explain something like that, especially when I was younger. And then as I got older, I started to like remember stuff, and I was like, but wait, it was like a giant puppet like Sweetums from the Muppet Show. I was like, it was like a giant puppet like that, like it walked around. It was like a guy in a costume. I was like, and then there was a little kid. He had a flute in his pocket that talked. He was running away from a witch, and people either said you're fucking crazy, or they were like, yeah, I know that show.
Oh yeah, so if they knew it, they kind of validated that like it was real.
And then and then I remember like for years I would just be like, because this was like before the internet, before like Google shit, whatever. And I'm like I've seen the show before. I tried like every once in a while to keep it like fresh in my mind so I can like gather other people that know it. And then one day they did like a documentary about it.
Oh God.
And I was like, oh,
I'm there.
Validation. And then they said the name and they were like HR Puffin stuff. And I was like, yes. And then I started singing the fucking song and I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I had my moments of thought I was crazy.
You ever go back and watch something from like what long time ago?
Oh yeah.
And you're like, ooh, this is bad. Like I remember like we were talking about the Magic Garden one time, and like that was a local thing. So a lot of people don't know that about these two hippie chicks on their swing. And I'm gonna
try and get them on the show.
Oh, I would love that. Because that was like
Carolyn
awesome.
Putnam.
Yeah. But that was like such a local thing.
Yeah.
And then like, and then you watch it, you're like, oh wow, this is really but like as a kid, I thought it was I thought it was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're swinging and singing and doing their things. And then as I got older, I was like, wow, this is very 70s.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
Very 70s. How old are they now? They're probably like,
oh, they're pretty old.
Dude, I don't think we can get them on the show.
Oh, I guarantee you. We could do it. Let's see if we're back on Google. This is what this show is about today. Google it.
Dude, we're talking about the Magic Garden. This is how bad it is. Oh, HR Puffin stuff. What else was there that like that you remember like that like was so out there that you just
you want one?
Yeah.
The Great Space Coaster.
I remember that one. It's a great space coaster. Yeah, that was a weird one.
Coaster, here we go. Yeah.
What about you ever see Hardware Wars?
Yes.
That was weird. It was like Cookie Monster.
I remember that shit. I remember that shit when it came out. Like I remember seeing that like when Star Wars, I think around the time that Empire came out, I remember watching that.
Yeah, that I do too. And it was one of those things where I was like, and like everything and anything was Star Wars related. You know, there was a lot of stuff like that. And that was what I remember. They're flying around in an iron or some shit like that.
You know, it's funny because I remember seeing that as a kid, and it was like one of those things, you know, again, this is like we're talking about late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like it is today where you can watch it like 9,000 times.
Right.
You saw something once and it was gone into the fucking ether and just gone.
Look at how long E.T. disappeared. That movie disappeared. I remember I saw it in the theater once. And then it was gone until like many, I don't know what happened there. I think there's got to be some sort of story with that one, but it disappeared. It was crazy. So
what the hell was I just talking about?
You were talking about things being gone, like
so
Hardware Wars.
So you would watch it and it would be gone. It would disappear and whatever. And if it didn't have that much of an impact on you, it fucking goes away.
Yeah.
But I remembered that show. I remember that movie or whatever the hell it is. But the thing is that I didn't know what it was called. So so it's like one of those things that just like bounces around in your brain and it's there, but it's like taking up space, you know what I mean? It's like junk in your brain. And again, it's another thing that I couldn't like explain it to people who haven't seen it. And then it's funny that you're the one bringing it up because you are the one who brought it up to me. And you were like, "Do you ever see Hardware Wars?" And I didn't know it was called that, but the minute you said that name,
it clicked.
It made sense to me. Not that I go, "Oh yeah, it was called Hardware Wars." It made sense to me that they were flying around in a fucking iron and there's a toaster and like one of those egg beater things. And I was like, oh my God, it makes perfect sense. Yes, that's what it's called. Yes, I have seen Hardware Wars before.
Oh, that's why it was called Hardware Wars. I have no clue. Like I thought they were just goofing on like the ships. I've seen this thing once.
Oh yeah, me too.
And I think I saw it on a regular TV. And that was it. I haven't seen it since. So like I remember like Cookie Monster eating like the earmuffs on Princess Leia. All I remember, like that's all. It was a brown Cookie Monster, so it was like crazy, and it was so bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one was a weird one.
What else? What the fucking is it Zoobilee Zoo?
What?
Zoobilee Zoo.
Never heard of that one.
Never heard of that one?
You're not talking about Susie Zoo, are you?
No, Zoobilee Zoo with like Freddie Frog and Henrietta Hippo, and Freddie Frog has that like turtleneck sweater on that has a big F on the front of it.
Was it New Zoo Review?
Maybe.
That's what it is. You're talking about the New Zoo Review.
Yes.
Oh my God, that one was weird too.
Yes.
and you know what? This is gonna get
exactly weird. Yeah.
This is gonna get weirder. We had the game. And it was a real like moral game, and I remember playing it. And it's like, tell us about a time you cheated. And I'm like, I don't like this game. And I'm like, yeah, I cheat on tests all the time. And I'm like in like third grade. You know, I used to like write shit on my fucking desk and stuff, you know, but like it was like really uncomfortable to play. I was like, I don't know if I like this game. New Zoo.
I remember Zoobilee Zoo.
I don't know that one.
That name sticks around in my head.
Yeah.
But that's from 86, and we were like 9. But I don't remember ever watching it. And like apparently Ben Vereen is like one of the main characters, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, New Zoo Review.
Oof.
And then there was something called the Patchwork Family. You never heard of that before?
No, you got me on that one. You got me on that one.
Hold on.
What's the Patchwork Family?
Patchwork Family was basically this one hippie woman and a puppet.
Oh, okay.
There it is, Patchwork Family video and theme. It was a puppet. Okay, I forget the name of the puppet. But the puppet kind of, if I remember correctly, the puppet kind of sounded like Buddy Hackett, and it's got like this crazy hair, and it was, again, it's very, very hippie.
Yeah. No.
But it was on at like, must have been on at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like,
oh, it was one of those
4 o'clock in the morning, because I remember sleeping at my grandmother's house, my grandma Betty's house.
Yeah.
And they would be sleeping, and I would wake up early, and I would wander into the living room and put on the TV and just watch TV, and this would be on. And it was like still dark outside.
Yeah.
Like that's how and I would watch this, and it was nuts. But on this show is where I heard for the very first song for the very first time, "Hello, Larry. Hello, boys and girls."
Oh my God, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Do you remember Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear?
Yeah. Wait. What do you mean? What's that?
Fuzzy
Is that
Wuzzy?
a show?
No. It's a song. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't
fuzzy, was he? Yeah, I know that.
That's the first place that I ever heard that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So at 5 a.m. at your grandma's house, watching crazy TV shows.
Yeah.
At 5 a.m.
Yep.
Could have been earlier. This must be when TV first came on. Remember when TV used to like
go
shut
off at night?
And we talked about this when we talked about Poltergeist.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, that's right. TV used to not go 24/7.
Yep.
7 days a week. Oh my God. But you know what's crazy though? Like I'll get up early on the weekends and I'll put on like the TV and I'll like watch infomercials sometimes. like I don't know why, because I'm always looking for like the best vacuum, you know, or the best. I'm not kidding. Or I'm looking for the best pan to cook with, so my eggs don't stick in the morning. It's so stupid. And then I'm like, I get so sucked into these stupid things, and I'm like, I was like, oh yeah, let's see Pio. You know, it's a mix between Pilates and yoga. It's the newest thing, and I'm watching that shit. And then I'm watching.
That's where Tybo used to come from.
The what?
That's where Tybo came out of.
Yeah. But you know what has some staying power, and I don't know how it happened.
The floating?
The oh shit, what the hell is it called? The Total Gym.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that thing is still around, and Chuck Norris is still like, you know, pumping iron on that shit. He's all on the fucking rollers.
Is Kathy Ireland with him?
No, I don't know. I don't watch that one though.
Oh no, not Kathy Ireland. Chrissy Brinkley.
She might be. I think she might be. You know, and then they have the best teeth whitening system and the Ninja oven and all that shit. I'm just like, wow, this. I was like, I gotta watch them all. You know, and then you will not believe what is on Comedy Central at like 5 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday.
Ren and Stimpy.
No.
I don't know.
A sex toy commercial.
What?
Dude, there is a sex. Dude, I'm telling you right now, there is a sex toy infomercial from Adam and Eve on at 5 a.m.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. And the girl that like she's handling all of these things, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's got these little ticklies on it, and the shaft, and it gets your G spot, and the vibrating butt plug is so good if you're trying to do new things." And I'm just like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "How does she keep a straight face?" But the funny thing is, though, they call out their own bullshit, and they actually have a blooper section where she can't keep her fucking shit together because it's so ridiculous what she's doing.
That's awesome.
Dude, you have to see this. It is ridiculous. It's absolutely and she's like a very like, how can I put it? She's not like porn star looking. You know what I mean? She's very just very, average female, because I think that's what they're marketing towards. They're marketing towards average females who aren't porn stars, and they're like, "Oh, I could do this too if I haven't thought of this by now." In however old you are, like, "Oh, I could use a nice dildo every now and then." So it's just it's crazy, but it's one of the it's one of my favorite things to watch on a Sunday morning. I get my coffee and I enjoy but I noticed that it's like the same ones all the time. So I'm just like, I've seen this one already. This will not do. So yeah, that's on a Sunday morning. And what else I look forward to? And I don't know why I always get sucked into it. Oh, like that oven that's like not hot to touch, or like it's like a burner. They're like, "Oh, it's not hot here, but when you put a pan on it, it's hot." I'm like, "How does that work?" It blows my mind.
It's magic.
Yeah, it's like a magic thing. Oh wow, it's just, but I don't know what it is. It's like the cleaning products, the cooking products, and then like you get like paid programming. You're like, "Oh, what's this one?" And it's like the religion shit. You're like, boo.
Fucking Joel Osteen. Fuck you, Joel Osteen.
But then you're stuck on it until you find your next one. So like you have to, I scroll to the right and get all the menu pops up. I'm like, I gotta get out of this real quick. Dude, poison my mind.
I can't stand those like TV evangelists, like whatever. But when Joel Osteen comes on, I am riveted.
Really?
I can't stop. I can't stop watching. I think it's the Southern accent, and it just like reels me in, and I'm like, he's so dreamy. Like I'll just listen to anything that comes out of it. It's like his voice is so soothing. Like listening to him makes me feel like everything is going to be just fine.
Like I don't know who this guy is, but I gotta look him up.
You don't know?
No, I don't know, because I don't watch him. I'm trying to get past him as quick as possible.
But even if you don't watch it, sometimes you know it because you just like
honestly
pass by him on a Saturday morning.
I might know. I'll have to see it to remember.
He kind of looks like Martin Short.
Like I said, I'm gonna look him up. God. What's his name?
It's Joel Osteen. Osteen.
Oh my God, I'm probably gonna know exactly who it is.
He just like talks, and he's like, if you just put your faith in God.
This guy, yeah, I know who he is. I've seen it before. I've seen this guy. He's so true.
The smile on his face.
Yeah.
And the Southern drawl. I'm like, you're right, Joel. Everything is gonna be just fine. It's gonna be peachy keen.
For $29.95, you can get my Bible autographed.
Buy my book. Buy my book and my audio tape system.
Buy my book, The Lord and You.
Oh my God. Did you ever watch Captain Kangaroo?
Yes, yeah, I watched that guy. But once again, very little recollection of it.
Well, because it was so long ago.
Yeah,
I think it went off. It went off the air before me and you met. It went off the air. Had to have been like 82.
Now, was that local or was that national?
That was a national thing.
Okay.
That was a national thing.
Well, what about Romper Room?
That was, I'm pretty sure that was local because it was on WOR, which is a local channel, and like everything was filmed like in Secaucus.
That's right. All right. A lot of stuff still is, believe it or not. That in that industrial area, there's still a lot of Channel 9 is there. Actually, Channel 9 is there.
Yeah, well, that's what WOR is.
Oh, all right, my bad. I don't know. Oh my god, that's funny. Romper Room. Yeah, they got random kids in there, and they're like, it's preschool. Let's hang out.
When do you think Captain Kangaroo? When do you think it premiered?
All right. He was an old ass guy with a mustache and kind of like a shitty bowl haircut. Wearing.
You know what he looks like? He looks like the guy from Moulin Rouge.
I've never seen that.
Oh, don't bullshit me. You know that.
I haven't.
You've seen it. Your wife is in love with that movie.
Yeah.
There's no way you're married to her and you haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen it. I swear to God. Listen, I'll throw myself under the bus.
You're bullshitting.
I'm telling you, I've never seen it.
Then guess what?
What?
You're gonna.
Oh fuck. I can't. I can't. I can't make myself watch Obi-Wan act like that.
What?
Like I can't. No, like just singing and dancing, dude. That's not Obi-Wan, bro. It sucks.
That's who he was before Obi-Wan, man.
Bro, you know what's funny about that too? Like the guy that plays Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like
Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is a song and dance man.
I know. Like that he's so like not Wolverine in real life. And I'm just like, how? Like, how is he Wolverine? And then he's like more not Wolverine than he is Wolverine. I'm just like, that blows my mind. I'm like, oh God, it sucks.
So Captain Kangaroo, when do you think it premiered?
All right. So I'm gonna describe what I remember. Blonde hair-ish, getting gray, blonde mustache. Mm-hmm. He wore like an orangey red, like old school satin jacket. Am I right? All right. And we were, it was in the 80s, 60s.
1955.
Fuck, I was gonna say 50s. I was gonna say
55 is when it premiered. And do you know who he is?
No.
He was the original Clarabelle from the Howdy Doody show. The Clarabelle, the clown.
Okay.
The silent clown.
Yeah. Okay.
That was him.
Wow.
Yeah. So he basically left that show and became Captain Kangaroo.
That's wild.
And the show ran until 1984.
Wow. And I remember he used to stand there and some doors and shit used to open or something like that. Like I can't remember.
Ping pong balls used to fall down all the time.
Oh, yeah?
It filled the set with ping pong balls.
Dude, it's so funny. Like when you think back to like old TV and how shitty it was, but that's all they had and all they knew. It was bad. It was bad. You know what's funny? My kid, dude, out of nowhere, my kids just started like hanging out in our living room. And it's driving me insane. I'm like, you got a TV up in your fucking room. Like, could you go back there like you did the last 4 years so I don't have to even see his anymore? And so anyway, all he does is watch the news, because I guess what happened was his teacher, there's like a news like segment that they do for school.
Okay.
And he got real into watching the news. All he wants to do is watch the news. And I don't care.
That's not bad. At least he'll be up on.
Wait. It's he's learning something, whatever. And then he starts watching the shows. He's watching The Masked Singer, and then he's watching 25 Words or Less, and then he started watching, the one after The Masked Singer, the Magical Talent or whatever the fuck it is now. And I'm just like, God, I'm like, come on, man. And then I started thinking, I'm like, this is how bad like TV is, that we went back to the variety shows.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Jesus Christ. And once again, they're entertaining. They're not bad. But I was watching the people on The Masked Singer. The fucking judges are so ridiculously overacting.
Oh yeah.
And I honestly, I like almost all of them. Like there's not one I like as an individual like actor, like Jenny McCarthy, and that's the only one's name I know.
Ken Jeong.
Yeah, I like him too. He was awesome in Community. But like they're overacting so much, and it's just like I hate that. It's almost like they're doing like Nick Nickelodeon shows.
Yep.
You know how bad the overacting was in there, and
Oh,
like Bunked and Jesse and shit like that.
Dude,
and that's what they're doing.
My kids got into for a little while. My kids got into watching Henry Danger.
Love Henry Danger.
And the sister on Henry Danger, all she does is scream.
Yeah, I know.
She just screams like all her lines, even just like hello. She just fucking screams it.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this television? Like, she just comes in and screams.
Henry Danger is one of my favorite shows of the kids, of the ones my kids watched. Dude, that show is hysterical. I legitimately, when they were like watching it, I was like, all right.
You know his not his assistant, because that's Henry. Captain Man's like what do you call his like gizmo guy?
Yeah, Schwoz.
Okay. Schwoz. Do you know in real life he's a transgendered person?
Really?
Started off as a female.
Stop.
Yes.
Really?
And look at him. He's got like male pattern baldness.
He looks terrible. She looks terrible. Or
he,
yeah. Oh my God. I didn't know that.
It's amazing. Like how good he looks.
You would have never known.
No.
But you know what's but you know what though?
I mean, he looks like Gargamel.
Yeah, but he's probably got it's probably a wig.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I saw him in real life.
Oh shit, really? So wow. Well, he's a little guy. He's not a big guy, you know, he's a little guy. So I had no idea. Wow, that's weird. And I always thought he was a really funny character. He still is. It's not that he's not, you know, he's not funny. But you know what it was? Like, once again.
Yeah, dude, he's bald in real life.
Wow.
He's got.
Wow. Fun fact.
He's got like Jason Alexander hair.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's like Jason Alexander meets the Penguin.
Yeah, he looks like Gargamel.
And Gargamel, yeah. But Gargamel had shitty teeth and shit like that, though, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that show was, once again, bad overacting. But I think the show itself was entertaining. You know, like the Nick shows are very overacting.
Oh yeah.
But whatever. Anyway. So where are we going? Where are we going next?
I don't know. What's our next turn down this road?
Dude, we've just been, oh my God, doing shit. Yo, all we're doing is just talking shit.
We're just bullshit.
I still want to know why you don't have a shirt on.
Because it's fucking 9,000 degrees in my house.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'm freezing right now.
And I got my mile in.
Oh, you got your mile in?
I got my mile in, and then got busy, and I never showered.
You know, it's funny. Like, I've been getting my mile in the morning because I how can I say this? I'm taking a vacation week, right?
Okay.
So during my vacation week, I have a side job that I'm doing. Okay. So yeah, I'm making a little extra cash or whatever, you know, a little side hustle.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a grueling you know, job that I'm doing. You know, it's hard work, you know. So I've been doing my mile in the morning because there's no way in hell I can do it after I do what I do.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just been brutal. And so
how good does it feel to get that mile in the morning?
Oh God, it's the best.
So that it's not
the best.
looming over you like all fucking day.
Oh my God. On the one day I worked over the weekend, I did a job and I didn't run in the morning. And I got home. I was literally standing with my head up against the back window or the back door and saying, I have to run a fucking mile. and I'm so fucking tired right now. And I have to run a fucking mile. And I get on my treadmill and I start running and I look at my watch to make sure it's on because there's no way in hell I'm like gonna fucking get, no credit for this shit because the watch didn't go on. And then I'm running and then I look down and it's like 0.23 miles. And I'm like, fuck my life. And then, but then you start feeling good.
Yeah.
Right? You start feeling good. And I'm just like, all right, getting through. And then you look down, it's like the worst is when it says 0.6. Because it's not 0.75, but it's 0.6. And you're like, fuck me, man. Fuck. And you're just so like, don't want to do it.
See, but for me, if I'm running a mile, because sometimes I run more,
I don't.
But
I totally don't.
But if I'm running a mile,
yeah,
when I get to 0.5, I turn around.
Oh, good idea. So you come back.
So when I hit, if I'm hitting 0.6, I know that I'm practically home.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is when I run my mile, first of all, I run uphill to start. So when I run my mile, I get up the hill and I'm doing anywhere from like 11 to 12 minute mile.
Okay. And what are you doing? A fucking 6 on the way back? You fucking running downhill? And then I need to find a mile downhill. Drop me off the top and I'll just run down.
And then on the way back, as soon as I turn around, I feel amazing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, now I'm on my way back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it hits me. I'm like, this wasn't that far. This isn't, it wasn't that hard. I'm barely sweating, whatever.
Yeah.
So I naturally pick up the pace on my way back.
Right.
And then when I hit the hill, going down the hill on the way back, I am flying.
Yeah.
So like I hit the hill and I'm doing like 10:45.
Yeah.
When I go down the hill, I'm doing like 9 something, 8 something. Today I was doing 7:15.
Really?
And I was like, what the fuck?
Wow, that's great.
But again, that's going downhill.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. All right, we've always talked about running the mile, or like, because that's part of our thing. We have to do it. Now, let me ask you a question. If I run 2 half miles, does that count as a mile? Or does that count as like a full day?
You mean like if you do a half a mile in the morning and a half mile at night?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to consult my buddy Jerome.
Well, here's the other thing, because I want to do different type of workouts, right? Like, cause like, yeah, I could run a mile, like standing on my head now. It's no big deal, but I want to start doing like more like a sprint workout, because right now I'm not getting like faster. Like I need to open it up a little bit, where I'm, like I have to, do a little bit different stuff.
When I was living at the old house and I did a mile, I would hit my half mile at the 7 minute mark or a little over 7 minutes.
Yeah.
that's where I would hit the half. And that was on flat ground.
Right.
Now, when I'm at the new house and I've been running and I've been, whatever, when I get to the halfway point, I'm at anywhere between 5:45 and 6 something.
Yeah, so that's just like a
So
10-minute mile.
I'm a whole minute faster getting to my half mile.
Yeah.
So I've been getting faster by doing the stuff that I'm doing.
Yeah.
So what I was supposed to do today, and I didn't do it because I just had too much shit going on and whatever. What I was supposed to do today, Paul wanted me to run 8 minutes at like a 12-minute speed.
Yeah.
Then another 8 minutes, he wanted me to pick it up a little bit. And then the last 8 minutes, he wanted me to floor it.
Yeah.
And I just didn't feel like doing that today.
Yeah.
I also didn't feel like keeping looking down at my watch and like being like, all right, is it 8 minutes yet? Like, all right, now I got to pick it up. I didn't feel like doing all that shit in my head today.
Yeah.
So when I ran the mile, I ran up the hill at a pretty good speed.
Yeah.
And then when I turned around, I picked it up a little bit. And then when I hit the hill, I floored it. So that's why on my way back, it was like 10 something, 9 something, 7:15.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do it in 8-minute increments, but I did it in my own way running back,
Well, it's not just good to run up hills. It's good to run down hills, because running down hills, it teaches your body something different. And also it opens your stride up a little bit.
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, you can fly down the hill and it feels good when you're going down, as long as you don't fall on your face. But like, it feels good to run down. I remember in track, we were sprinting down hills. We were sprinting up and we would wait and then we would sprint down. And I'm telling you, if you feel it open up your hips and opens up your legs, you get knee lift and everything like that, it's great.
Yeah. So I've been doing stuff like that. I've been doing around the what was I doing? Oh yeah, so stuff like that where it would be like increments.
Yeah.
You would start off slow, get quicker. And then what I was doing before the whole COVID thing, what I was doing was I would run just about a mile with Jerome. I would run just about a mile, and then we would get to a really steep hill. And at the bottom of this steep hill, we would sprint. We would do a 10-second sprint up the hill.
Right.
And I mean sprint, fucking haul ass. Run up the hill, either walk or jog back down the hill to the same spot. And we would do that sometimes 8 times, sometimes 10 times.
Yeah. And
then we would pick it up again and start running and finish the second mile after that.
Yeah.
But that's a good workout to really like, get you running and get your elasticity going and stuff like that.
Yeah. What I would do at the gym, like on a good treadmill, not my shitty one at home. Like I would do like every minute I would change it where I would.
I remember you teaching me that.
Yeah, I would go a minute at like a slow 5 where I'm still running. And then I would jack it to 7, then back to 5, back to 7, back. But then you could go 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. You could do that too. But that's a little bit much, But like I said, like I'm glad I'm doing this, but it's also, in my opinion, I'm being counterproductive. Like I feel like I could do more cardio than just running a mile, but I hate running so much that like this is kind of taking me out of my like what I like doing. I'm gonna be honest. I think the incline walking has done so much more for me than running. Because I don't know. Like I've always heard, walking works. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm telling you, this last year, I felt it. I'm like, yeah, it does. It does. You walk on an incline, my heart rate is the exact same as when I'm running, which is phenomenal. Anyway, we've talked about that before.
I have to be honest with the whole time we've been doing this.
Yeah.
The only thing that I keep thinking about in my head is contacting Carol and Paula.
God, the fucking Magic Garden ladies. I thought you were talking about the workout shit.
Like ever since we mentioned it, I'm like, I gotta get them on the show. So now, like, that's my goal. That's my goal.
God. I would totally do it. I would love to do it. Maybe they'll sing for us and shit too.
That would be 100%.
But wait, are they still alive?
They're both alive. They're not even that old.
How old are they?
Huh?
They gotta be what, 60s?
60s.
They must have been in their 20s when we were little.
60s or 70s. They're not that. I mean, but still, they're not. I've seen the pictures. They're not that bad.
Really?
Yeah, they're not like they're not like the fucking Crypt Keeper. They're
fucking get them on. How have we not done this? This is like huge. This is breaking news.
Well, when we sign off, I am beginning my hunt to get them on.
Oh my God. All right, everybody, have fun.
Should I make the announcement of what I achieved yesterday, or should we save that for another show?
What did you achieve yet? What was that?
Remember, I got the passes.
Oh no, we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for that one.
Okay,
Let's wait. Yeah,
we're gonna tease you.
Oh my God.
Tease you.
That's huge. It's press passes too. We're fucking pressed.
Yep.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
Oh,
it's gonna be sick. Dude, that's gonna be the best thing ever.
I told you my two main goals for that. I showed you the picture.
Yeah, you did.
My two main goals.
Oh my God, dude, you're not gonna be able to keep a leash on me. You better put me on a leash, because I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna be like, oh, I gotta go here. I'm gonna go with the overload.
3 days.
Oh wow, really?
3 days.
Some big time celebrities.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Big time celebrities. Big time I can't wait.
It's gonna be some of the most riveting shit we've done.
So what are we gonna record there? Like try to? Oh shit! Yes. We need some like legit equipment. We can't record through a phone.
And we'll talk to Jay.
Ask him what to buy and I'll get it. Because I'm balling now.
Oh, good for you.
I'm not. I'm really not. I'm in a better spot than I was about 2 years ago. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, I just bought a car.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got a 2005 Honda Civic.
All right, you and everybody else that lives around me.
It's got a crack in the windshield.
Oh, that's good.
It's leaking oil, but it's a very slow leak. The passenger door doesn't open. Yeah, but
and you bought this? Why?
Because I need it.
But
we only have one car.
But it's bad.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad. I'm making it sound a lot worse.
All right.
The crack in the windshield is actually not that big, but when I was researching it and they posted the picture online.
Yeah.
When I looked at it, I was like, Jesus Christ! It takes up the entire fucking windshield.
Right.
Because they're like, it's a small crack on the windshield. When I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, it's going all the way into the driver's side. Like it starts at the passenger and goes all the way to the driver's side. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know if I could drive that car. And they're like, well, I've driven it for 3 years and it hasn't gotten bigger. And in my head, I'm going, bullshit. It's fucking, I'm like, at any moment that thing could just go, And
Well, how much could a new windshield cost?
I'm thinking around $200.
That's not bad. You could fucking
It's not
replace
bad.
that.
It's
It's
not
not
bad.
bad at all. The fact that the person drove that around for 2 years, that's crazy.
So when I went to look at it, when I went to look at the car, I saw the crack and I was like, oh, it's a tiny little thing on the one side. But in the picture, for some reason, it looks
bigger.
enormous. And
Yeah.
Jen said the same thing. My wife, Jen.
Your wife, Jen.
My wife, Jen. She said the same thing.
Huh.
So,
hey, fuck it, man. Why not? Does it have a backup cam?
no.
Oh.
It
does.
does.
It have does it have Apple CarPlay?
It has a tape deck.
Oh.
It has a CD player, and it has a cord that I can plug into my auxiliary phone.
Oh, all right. Does it have heated seats?
I don't know.
Oh.
It may or may not. I never use them anyway, so
yeah.
I'm always fucking 100 degrees anyway.
Yeah. No, you know what's I'm doing this. I work with a guy. He drives like an Acura, but he always buys like a used Acura. He doesn't get the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got in the accident back in last May, I was forced to get a new car.
Good.
Right. So the loaner they gave me had all of these features.
Oh.
Remote starting and Apple CarPlay and all these things. And I was like, I can't live without this.
You can't go back.
I can't go. I can't. And you know me. I'm not a car guy. Like I could give two shits about what I drive.
Yep.
And this stuff is game changer. Heated seats. Remote. I could start my car with my fucking phone. Right? So when it's fucking freezing out, I start my car, and by the time I get to my car, it's all warmed up for me. Toasty. You know what I mean? It's insane.
Well,
Apple.
Go ahead,
dude. The Apple CarPlay. Honestly, it's the biggest safety feature around because the voice to text or the texting option on it is more accurate than your actual phone. It's amazing.
Wow.
And all these, it's phenomenal. And I can't go back.
My wife, she has a remote starter on her car.
Yeah.
When she gets in the car every morning, it's nice and toasty for her too.
Right.
She's got a remote starter. It's called Kevin. So
start my car.
I go out in the fucking freezing cold, usually with no shoes on.
Wait, hold on. You froze. I lost everything you just said.
Oh, I said I go to my wife's car early in the morning, usually with no shoes on, fucking freezing, and start her car for her.
Oh my God.
And by the time she gets in, it's nice and fucking toasty, and she has a pleasant drive to work.
Wait, so her car still has a key?
Into my car, I gotta chop the ice off the fucking windshield.
Her car has a key?
Huh?
Start it? Her car has a key to start it?
Yeah.
Oh. No, I'm fucking around. Like I said, you know me. And like I was in this guy's car, the one guy I was just talking about. I go, what year is this? He goes, and this is what I've just showed him my new car. He goes, oh, it's a 2016. I go, oh. And I kind of like turned my head and put my nose up. And you know me. That is so not me. But like I mean, listen, I like and I'm leasing too. So it's not like I bought but what I've never thought I'd lease a car. And I got to the point where I was like, when my minivan blew up and the bumper was hanging off of it and shit like that, I was like, you know what? It might just be easier to make payments and just budget it.
Yeah.
Than to buy a car. Because eventually, it's cars are good now. They're really good. And the fact that my van got so old and so like like it just fell apart. I don't want to deal with that anymore in my life. I've dealt with that a long time, not just with me, with other, aspects of my life.
Yep.
There's always been car issues. And you know what? I don't want to deal with that. And I'm not going to, because you know what? I don't have to. And I'm not going to deal with a car getting older, and shit like, and shit like, I just don't want to do it. I think that's going back to past experiences in my life. But I'm once again, I'm not doing a Lexus or a BMW or shit like that. I'm driving a fucking
sensible car.
Yeah, I'm driving a Chevy Equinox. It's a good enough car. It's a pretty good car, actually. I like it. Yeah. But I hate the name of it though. Equinox. Yeah. It sounds so sounds so shitty. Equinox. Like the Traverse sounds so much cooler, but it's like a bigger car too.
I want a Traverse.
Yeah, I know, right? Dude, honestly, the Traverse is a bigger Equinox. That's all it is. And it's just one of those things. I don't know. Yeah, but the bells and whistles.
Yep. Oh, you just froze.
And the braking and the stopping and the automatic braking and shit like that. That the warning that, hey, you're coming up on a car, hit the fucking brakes, asshole.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. So it's like beep, 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 and I'm like, oh fuck. And I don't know. It's just and it's funny. It's funny. I was talking to my sister about this.
Jackie or Jane?
No, Jane.
Oh, Jane.
Yeah.
The one I kissed.
No, yeah, allegedly.
I'm telling you, it happened. It absolutely happened, and damn well, deep down in the cuckolds of your heart, you know it's true.
Yeah.
Damn well it's true.
Yeah. All right. I hate bringing her up because we have to do this every time. I just want to tell a story. And every time I bring her up, we have to go through this. No, it's fine. But she was talking about her kids started driving. So that's crazy too.
Yes.
And, she was like, oh, yeah, we'll give her the old car, blah, blah, whatever. And then she keeps saying how kind of crappy of a driver she is, or like she's nervous or, things like that. And
the kid or Jane?
The kid.
Okay.
And so I'm like, she's better off driving a new car because there's safety features that are far more, important than a kid driving a shitty car.
Yeah.
Think about, really, really think about it. Because like, she's a responsible kid. She's not a kid that's going to go around and text and drive and shit like that. But once again, she may get distracted by something shiny and be like, ooh, what's that? Whoop. You're driving into another lane. The lane changing things, the light bulbs on the lane, those things are huge, man. So anyway, you falling asleep?
No, I'm good.
Oh, I thought you were
not even.
I saw your head going down.
No, I'm nodding in agreement with you.
All right. So, yeah, that's I don't know. I don't got
the reason I got this car is because we need it. Because I needed to get back and forth to work. And what do you call? We're trying to buy this house.
Yeah.
So what do you call? If we put any kind of loan on our names right now, getting the house is going to be damn near impossible.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I had to just buy it from off a guy. And you froze again. So yeah, I just bought it off of a guy, and it's got a couple of problems, but it's nothing that actually worries me. If it really did worry me, I wouldn't have bought it.
Right. It's something, listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. You're at a point where, you just gotta get through it. So
I fuck around in this car for about a year, and then we buy the house and then I go and get a new car. And
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not down on buying cars anymore. I like the idea of the lease. And I see why people do it. Because you're paying for a car all along, and by the time it's paid off, I mean, listen, we got a lot of years out of the van, but after 3, 4, 5, 6 years, man, they deteriorate quick. Whether it's the body or the hubs, or like the brakes, and all shit like that. And it's all maintenance and it's all pain in the ass. Stuff I don't have time for. I'd rather have the peace of mind of having something that I could totally get up and go if I needed to go, and not worry if I'm gonna make it. That's like a big thing on my mind. Even Jen, we got the lease for her too. She likes it, and it is what it is. Actually, she's got that Nissan Sentra, and she had the same car like before. And this year's, like, hers was a 2000, and we actually leased hers first. She was the first one to have a lease, and if she put maybe 4,000 miles on that car, she put no miles on that car in 3 years. It was ridiculous. We always took my car. We beat the piss out of it. But knowing it was a lease, between, let's say, the 2018 Nissan Sentra to the 2020, wow, big difference. This thing fucking moves. Like, it's not a sport car, but this fucking car, oh, dude, this car fucking moves. It's like you hit the fucking gas and it takes off. I remember the commercial with the girl. She's like, "I'm not getting my promotion," and she's like, "I'll get my car." We're driving around. Oh, watch the pipes.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like, oh yeah, this fucking car fucking moves, man. Whatever. So,
all right, I think we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah. We made something out of nothing.
We always do.
We always do.
We might even do this next time.
Why not? As long as we.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here at the Big Stupid Podcast. If you'd like to contact us, you can do so by emailing us at bigstupidpodcast@gmail.com, or you can call the Big Stupid Hotline at 201-338-0098. And don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel. Just search for Big Stupid Podcast on YouTube, and we'll pop right up. Just hit the like and subscribe button. Okay, listen to us, watch us on YouTube, and don't forget, finally, to follow us on social media. We are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter. You can find us at Big Stupid Podcast, and as always on Twitter, there is no I in stupid. Once again, guys, tell your friends about what you heard tonight, and tell them what you hear each and every week. All right, tune into a new episode every Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever fine podcasts are found. Well, until next week, John, you got anything else you want to say?
Hey, have fun, everybody.
Have fun.
You've been listening to the Big Stupid Podcast, presented in part by Anchor. Interested in becoming a podcaster like us? Anchor has everything you need to make a podcast, all in one place for free. Check out Anchor.fm today. Our theme music is licensed from BKFM Music Production through Audio Jungle. Visit AudioJungle.com for all your royalty-free music and sound needs. Further promotional considerations provided by Powerbar. Guests of the Big Stupid Podcast receive no compensation for their time, opinions, or any half-baked theories. If you think you can handle being part of the show, visit our social media sites and message us, or email John and Kevin at bigstupidpodcast@gmail.com. Not good enough for you? Okay, Mr. Big Boy Pants, you can call 201-338-0098 and leave us a message, and maybe we'll play it back on our next episode. Participants waive all rights to anything resembling coherence and or common sense. The Big Stupid Podcast is a production of Party Boss Productions Unlimited. intended. No portion of this podcast may be repodcasted or otherwise transmitted in whole or part without the expressed written consent of Jen. It's on you to figure out which one. Good luck and have fun.